Can we address the fact that I'm drinking real caffeine right now?
God damn!
And it's the most amazing thing I've ever had in my mouth ever.
Hashtag humble brag.
That's what I'm about. How's that decaf, bitch?
It's really good. This creamer is tit.
Oh, so it's not disgusting like I kept thinking it was?
Like you thought it was?
Yeah.
No, all I taste is creamer though, because
Oh.
I make my coffee white.
That's where I went wrong,
Yeah, really.
just by making it normal coffee.
Yeah, no, there's no reason for that. I just want fucking sugar in my body.
That's all you really need right now.
Exactly.
You're so deprived of caffeine that the sugar works.
Yeah. Fucking Alexis came to my area of business the other day and she was like, "Do you want coffee?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I do. You know what I want." And then she brought it to me and she's like, "By the way, it's all caffeine." And I was like, I mean,
I'll take it.
I appreciate it. And afterwards, she's like, "Did you drink it?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, I drank it."
Of course I did. Didn't it feel great?
Yeah, it was so good.
It's like that first cup. You're like, oh shit, this is amazing. Why'd I ever stop?
Yeah. She's like, "There's only like 100 milligrams of caffeine in it or something, and you can have like 200 and something, so you could even have another one." And I was
She
like,
did all
"I
the math.
won't." But yeah, she did all the math for me.
That's a fucking friend right there.
I know. And she's pregnant. So I was like, well, if both of our kids end up different,
Addicted to caffeine.
yeah, then at least we're together.
Listen, let's be honest. All of our kids are going to be addicted to something. At least mine and yours. All right, Erin, give me your goddamn.
Well, I kind of told you about it a little bit yesterday, but first, my husband was out at OTL all day, which, as you know, is just a beach drinking fucking
Yes.
extravaganza for men.
Yes, and for those who don't know, OTL is over the line.
Yeah, it's a game, so they say. I've never actually seen it played.
I have. It's really easy.
Oh, I think actually I might have played it in like middle school,
Yeah.
but it's not real.
It's like baseball. You have to hit the ball over a line.
Yeah.
And however many lines you get past is how many like bases you've gotten.
Yeah, so basically it's like baseball except without running or any other kind of physical activity.
Oh
other
yeah,
than
because they're just like
swinging.
a bunch of like overaged, sweaty men.
Yeah,
playing.
drunk. But he was out doing that all day yesterday, which is awesome. And then I was home with my baby and we were having a good old time. But then I had fucking contractions.
Welcome. Welcome
Yeah.
to the world of contractions. All of our listeners are like, I'm so sick of hearing about contractions.
Listen, you'll stop hearing about it in November.
Yeah, when you push this kid out.
Yeah. Because Jesus Christ, I was like uncomfortable and then I just wanted to lay down and my kid was like, "Oh, come play over here. Come do all these things. Like, get on the floor. Do over here. Like, let's play dinosaurs." And I'm like, I just want to sit.
I know. It's so hard when you have a fucking toddler and you're pregnant.
Yeah, this shit's rough.
It's super rough. It gets worse.
Oh, good. I was hoping.
But it super sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'll give you my little belly band. That helped me.
Yeah, my
like,
whole
helps-
belly turned to stone, and I was like, cool, this is already happening. I'm only halfway.
I know. That's like when mine started happening. And then it was every day, all the time. And I would talk to my doctor about it. And I was really concerned. Like, dude, I'm having contractions like every hour. They're Braxton Hicks, but they still hurt and they're uncomfortable.
They're just uncomfortable, yeah.
And she's like, that's called being pregnant. Like,
Like, fucking deal with it.
and I'm like, can I get a pass to like go lay down at work or something? Can I bring in a bed?
yeah,
I just want to lay down.
can I make this better somehow, please?
Nope. And she's like, I mean, if they turn to labor, contact me.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm only halfway. That's 20 weeks. I have 20 more weeks of fucking this.
Listen,
shit
you
show.
can do it and then it'll all be in the past.
Yeah.
I just lived it
yeah.
and it's all in the past.
How's that coffee while you're
Fucking
living it?
titties.
Titties.
It's so good. It's my
want it.
second cup, so I feel great.
So jealous.
Don't worry, I'll be the personality of this podcast this hour.
Yeah. You're going to have to keep us going.
I'll be our hype man.
Yeah.
Our hype woman.
I'll be the one that remembers stuff for now.
Thank God, because I keep forgetting shit in the middle of my sentence. Literally, it's happened twice already since you've been here.
It's okay. See, we're bringing different stuff to the table now.
That's what it's about. That's why
Yeah.
we compliment each other so well.
I'm finally the smart one.
I think you've always been the smart one.
Not in my eyes.
It's like you're like the English smart. You know how to say
Oh.
words right and spell
Grammar.
them
Yeah.
correctly.
Oh, which-
grammar.
Which we should address. We got an email saying
Oh, yeah.
that, like, is it all Americans or are you guys just dumb that you don't know how to say hanged. It's hanged instead of hung, like if he hanged himself.
I think actually, did they use that example? Who was it? Look it up.
Oh, no, it was dragged.
Yeah, I think
right?
it was. Yeah.
It was dragged instead of drugged.
And
instead
I
of
use
drugged.
hanged versus hung as
Yeah.
an example because I'm like, I always say hung.
I would like to point out that, yes, I do know the difference.
Yeah, we're just idiots and we say what's more comfortable for our mouths.
Sometimes it just comes out, you know?
For sure. Oh, speaking of, like 2 episodes ago for your, what's the chick who had like plutonium poisoning or whatever?
Karen Silkwood.
There you go. I kept saying nuclear instead of nuclear.
I heard it, and I heard it when we were recording, and I was like, I'm going to call her out. And then I think you said it right one time, and I was like, nah, she knows.
I know how to say it. It's just my body is used to saying nuclear.
Yeah. My dad used to get real crazy anytime we would say nuclear, and so he would make us say nuclear, and that's why that's like a crazy pet peeve of mine. And then I was like, nope, she's just gonna sound like
Damn
that.
it. You should have caught me because now I sound like an idiot, which, I mean, I say other words wrong all the fucking time, so it doesn't really matter.
That's not why people are listening.
No, we're not. We're not here for the smartness.
Yeah. All right, lady, give me your
Okay.
goddamn.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even do my goddamn yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so last night I was getting ready for bed and I went to go change baby number 2's diaper and I do it on my bed.
Oh,
And-
no.
Oh, this isn't even my goddamn, but I've had to change the sheets so many fucking times because this kid has some like nuclear bowels.
Didn't your last one poop on the wall once? Like
Yes,
shot all the way to the wall?
But it was funny because it always happened to my husband.
Yeah. Oh, no.
This kid, it's me. I've been shit on like 8 times. It comes out like, have you ever been to SeaWorld or the zoo and the penguins swimming in the water and when they take a shit and it like jets out of their asshole?
Yeah.
That's how my kid shits. It comes flying out and it comes all over me because I change him facing me like a goddamn idiot. And you think I would learn by now. But still, I digress. That's not my goddamn. Literally, I had to pull the sheets off last night, though, because he shit everywhere.
Oh, my
But
God.
I was changing him on my bed, as I do, because I'm an idiot. And out of the corner of my eye, I see something go skirt, skirt, skirt across the bed. And I was
What
like,
the fuck
what
was
the
that?
fuck was that? And it stopped right next to my baby's head. And it was the biggest spider I've ever seen in my whole entire goddamn life.
What?
I know. And I was like, like I made the weirdest sound. And Lee was right there. And it, like, I had this fear rush over my body because it was next to my baby's head. And then also I
Did
didn't
your
want to
mom
touch it.
instincts kick in?
No. I was like scooting him to the side and I'm like, babe, spider, get it, get it. And then so he grabs a baby wipe to go like smush it. And then
Yeah.
he lifts it up and it runs away again. And I'm like, it's not dead. It's not dead. It was so big and it was so indestructible.
Oh, my God.
He eventually got it and took it away. And like I said, we were about to go to bed. So I'm like laying the baby down and it's all dark and quiet in the room. And Lee is like relaxing and like on his phone on Reddit or some shit. And it's all quiet. And I'm just thinking about how there was this huge ass spider in our bed and how
Yeah.
I can't sleep in this bed now.
No, you might as well just burn the house down and
I
start
might-
over.
I might as well do. This isn't fucking Australia. This is San Diego.
Yeah.
Why
You
was?
didn't sign up for this.
Why is there a giant ass spider in my bed?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And in your bed, that's such a violation.
It is such a violation. And then I'm thinking for sure he had family.
Oh,
And
yeah.
For sure he moved them into my bed.
Yeah, that was a dad going home to his family
Yeah.
after a hard day of catching flies for you.
Exactly. Oh my God. Like
Keeping
if
your
I were a
house
spider,
safe.
I would go to my bed. Shit's comfy as hell.
Yeah, right?
Oh my God. So then I was like flinching every time I felt something.
Oh,
like
that's
in the
the
middle of the
worst.
night. I know. In the middle of the night, feeding the baby and his little toes would like brush under my arm. And I would like freak out and jump. And then it would scare him off the tit and he'd like rip my nipple because he's like, what the fuck was that, Mom? And I'm like, oh, it's just your toes. I thought it was a goddamn spider. Thought we were all fucking dying.
Oh, it was literally nothing.
Yeah. Shit. So goddamn. That's my life.
Damn, that's awful.
I'm infested with spiders because I,
I
found
saw
one.
one. That's an infestation.
I'm not cool with it. They're probably crawling all over you right now because we're at my house recording.
Yeah, my feet are not on your floor. So.
They're not.
Although this chair probably has spider webs on the bottom of it, 'cause I don't know
Uh-huh.
when the last time you used it was.
Yeah, for sure. You're covered in spiders, and they're
Gotcha.
all black widows.
God damn it. Well, if I panic and then we come back, because I'll
We'll
try
know
and cut
why.
out the panic. Yeah.
You know, and I vote from here on out, we should leave our freakouts in the podcast. Like,
Yeah.
every time we panic, because
Yeah.
it happens a lot.
It does happen a lot.
Like if you look behind me for too long, I'm like, what the fuck's there?
What the fuck is that? Is there something behind me?
Is it a
now,
bee?
Now you don't have a scary closet behind you, but I have a door.
Yeah.
Like,
you
I'm
would
gonna
hear it
be-
opening.
I'm your first line of defense for a murderer right
Thank
now.
fuck.
You can at least try and get out the window.
There's no way. That window's too high and I am too
There's literally
out
a
of shape.
bed under it. Oh, touche.
I have no more ab muscles to hoist myself out.
Yeah. Goddamn. All right.
Let's get down to murder.
All right. Let's get down to business.
To defeat
The murderers. I actually have a solved case for you this time.
Oh,
wait.
shit.
Do I go first?
I don't know. I think so.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to episode 46.
Where we're professionals and we know what the fuck's happening
Yeah.
by now.
Yeah. We've figured it out. This is 46 episodes in. We're almost at a year. Can you believe it?
I know. It's so exciting.
Yeah. What are you
I
going to get me for our anniversary?
I don't know. I'll think of something clever. I can't believe, I always do. I can't believe that we're going to be doing this for a whole year.
I know.
It flew by.
It really did.
And also, I can't believe people listen.
I know. You guys are something else.
That's the most exciting part. Yeah. Wow, what a bunch of weirdos.
What a bunch of weirdos.
Oh, shit.
All right, lady. I wonder if they can tell the difference between our stories. Like, I really like Stacy's stories. Aaron's are a little sad. Or Aaron's are never solved. And Stacy's are always really gory. Like,
Maybe. Yeah, they have like a favorite.
Yeah.
It's like teams.
exactly.
And that's why we drink. How it's like team milkshake and team wine.
Yeah. But they have very different themes.
Yeah, that's true.
Ours are just like
awful
like,
stories.
awful stories, but
Yeah.
they're different. They're always different.
We're going to have to come up with team names.
Yeah.
It might be too similar to what other people do, but you know.
I was going to say, can I be Team Edward? For no reason other than vampires.
Yeah. Even though Twilight phase is way over. Does that mean I have to be Team Jacob?
No, we'll think of something else.
All right.
You guys should tell us what it is.
Okay. Peace be with you on your journey on that, people.
All right, so my story is about a lady named Ayana Cassian.
Okay.
Okay? She grew up in the Ukraine with her parents and she went to law school.
Oh, she's smart.
She real smart.
Uh-huh.
Here's the other thing.
Yeah?
She real fucking pretty.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Girl got it all.
Girl got it all.
Nice.
Yeah. She worked in Ukraine prosecuting tax crimes for a couple of years, and it was her dream to go to the U.S. to be an interpreter.
Tax crime sounds so boring.
Right? Like, if you're going to be any kind of attorney or law person thing, I'd be like, I would like to be a murder lawyer.
Uh-huh. I would too.
How do you get into that?
Sign me up.
Yeah. I don't know, like public defense. That's probably the worst one. I think that's the
Oh.
one that everybody starts at and they hate it.
Yeah, public defense.
Yeah.
That's got to be tough.
Yeah. But still.
You're like, clearly this guy's guilty.
Yeah, they have you on video robbing the
Sir.
store. I don't know how I'm supposed to get you off. Anyway,
Okay.
she immigrated to the U.S. in 2014 and she moved to L.A., Los Angeles, for anybody who doesn't know where that is.
Yeah, not Louisiana.
Not Louisiana. Yeah. And Los Angeles is in California for anybody that doesn't live in the United States.
They're like, we fucking got it.
Yeah.
We know geography. You
We know
guys
where Los
don't.
Angeles is.
Yeah.
We're not Americans.
Oh, God.
So she became a model because, like I said, she
She's
was
pretty.
fucking gorgeous.
Uh-huh.
hmm
She's crushing this life thing.
She really is. Yeah, she's real smart. She's real pretty, and she's moving to LA, and she's a model. Like she's got it all, right?
Bring it home, sister.
Yeah. Well, she was also 30 years old in 2016.
Okay.
So that's where this story takes place.
Good to know.
And then there was a man named Blake Liebel.
Hello, Blake.
Oh, Blake. He was born into a rich Canadian family.
Of course he is, because his name is fucking Blake. Sorry.
I should name my kid Blake.
You should.
Then maybe I'll be rich before he comes
I
out.
hope so. Will you remember me when you're rich?
Of course. I'll fucking boost you up. I'll be like, you should invest in stocks.
Take me with you.
All of them.
Help me, I'm poor.
Help
And
me,
all
I'm
of
poor.
them. Solid advice.
Yeah. Listen, I'm full of it.
Yeah.
So his dad was an Olympic sailor turned construction magnate.
Hold up.
Mm-hmm.
Sailing is an Olympic sport?
Uh-huh. Totally.
Okay.
I have no idea. I guess so. According to the story, it is.
Okay.
And he moved to Los Angeles, California,
Uh-huh.
in the United States in 2004. And he married a lady named Amanda, and they had a little boy together.
Okay.
He was a writer, and he worked on the animated series Spaceballs,
Oh,
which is not to be
I was
confused.
going to say.
No, not
You
to be
caught me with the
confused.
animated.
Yeah. Not to be confused with the movie by Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
But it is based on that movie.
Okay.
So if anybody ever saw the animated series, this guy worked on that.
Interesting.
Which, Spaceballs by Mel Brooks, fucking solid movie.
Great fucking movie.
He also co-authored a graphic novel called Syndrome, which happens to be about a neuropathologist who's able to isolate the, quote, root of all evil in the human brain. And he attempts to fix a serial killer.
Ooh, you have my attention.
Yeah. It has 3.5 stars on Goodreads. So,
Oh.
you know, apparently everyone loves the art in the book, which was not done by Blake, but hates the ending of the story.
Ooh.
So if you feel inclined to go read it, be warned, apparently the ending sucks.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. The cover of the book has a baby doll with its brains exposed, like it was scalped, but past the skull too. So like its brains are out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a little creepy, but it's obviously about a, doctor that's going to quote unquote fix serial killers.
Got
It's
it.
supposed to be creepy.
Yeah.
Anyway, he filed for divorce from Amanda in 2015. And since I commented on Ayana's appearance, I'll say that I do not find Blake attractive. And in my humble opinion, Ayana is way out of his league.
Got it. As most men are to those hot women.
Yeah, but also he's rich, so I guess that adds points for some ladies. Yeah, and he was 37 in 2016 when this story takes place.
Alrighty.
Okay. I should also mention that Blake was a trust fund guy.
Naturally.
Yeah, as I said, his parents were
Yeah.
rich. Well, his parents gave him an allowance, which, as we know from experience,
Yes.
is a really bad idea.
Your stories with these rich bitches.
I know.
And their allowance.
I don't know how I find them. It must be what I search.
It's like you're longing.
Yeah, it is. I want a fucking allowance. Come on, Dad. The amount they gave him totaled $1.8 million
Whoa.
over 7 years,
Damn.
which, if you want to do some quick math,
Sure.
is about $257,000 a year.
Oh my God. That is an amazing job.
I don't even know what I would do.
I don't even
We've
either.
said that every time with an allowance. Like,
Yeah.
how do you spend all of this money?
We would have the best podcast room.
Fucking right.
I'd be like, and I bought us some bead curtains.
Yeah.
Please
you
don't get
can't-
tangled in them.
You can't come in when we're recording because it'll make a lot of noise.
I've always wanted a lava lamp, so I bought 8.
These ones have our faces in them. So soon after Blake's divorce from his wife, Ayana got pregnant and they got engaged.
With
I-
Blake?
Yeah.
Okay. They started dating?
Yeah.
Did you mention that?
No, I
Okay.
wasn't clear on if he was with her before his marriage ended or not.
Oh, scandalous.
Yeah, but they said that it was soon after he was
Okay.
divorced that he
Hooked up.
Yeah, he got her pregnant. So
He boned her.
at some point they
Yeah.
were together and then
Got
she
it.
got pregnant.
Got it.
Ayana was fucking pumped
Oh.
to be a mom.
Uh-huh.
She called her mom and she was super excited to share the news.
And then she had the baby and she was like, whoa, this is hard.
Right? Well, she ended up living in an apartment in West Hollywood with Blake. And then their baby was born in May of 2016.
Okay.
And Ayana's mom, Olga,
Mm-hmm.
came to LA to visit and be there for the birth of her grandbaby.
Yeah.
And I found an article that said that Blake wouldn't allow Olga to actually be there for the birth of the baby.
Like in the room or like be at the house?
I think in the room,
Okay.
which I don't find too odd.
No.
But also, if Ayana wants him there, or wants her there, it's kind of
yeah.
like it's her mom.
But maybe she was like indifferent and then he was like, no, I just want it to be us. And she was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, maybe. After the baby was born, Ayana was spending more and more time with her mom and the baby at her mom's apartment, which I
Oh,
guess
she
her
got
mom,
an apartment.
Yeah, her mom was like, I'm going to be here for you, like, for the long haul, for a
Yeah.
while anyway. And so she had gotten an apartment. And so,
Oh, damn. Go get it, Mom.
yeah. So Ayana was spending a lot of time over there and less time with Blake at their apartment.
Okay.
A few weeks later, Ayana told Olga that Blake had, quote, become upset after the baby was born. And on May 23rd, Ayana asked her mom to babysit for her.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and her mom was like, hell yeah, grandma time.
Yeah, give me that baby.
Yeah, and so she took him.
Uh-huh.
Her, whatever it was. It. The baby.
It.
The timeline is a little bit fuzzy on this, but at some point, Olga was texting and calling her daughter, Ayana, presumably to be like, hey, You want this baby back?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm done.
yeah, I'm not the mother.
Yeah.
And she couldn't get a hold of her. So then on May 25th, which is 2 days later, she calls the police.
Uh-oh.
And the police...
Damn, 2 days later. I'm like checked out for a second. I didn't realize she still has the kid this whole time.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, 2 days without contact with your daughter.
I would have been like that night, like, no, we didn't.
We didn't agree.
The night.
Yeah. Did you bring pajamas for 2 days? Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Is it still a baby?
Yeah, it was a newborn.
Oh my god.
It had only been like a couple of weeks.
Like, how do I feed it? Do
Yeah.
I water it?
Yeah.
What are the rules?
Growing. So she calls the cops, and the police go to the couple's apartment, and Blake refused to open the door, but
Shady.
yeah, but was yelling from the inside, like, "Nah, everything's cool.
No one's home.
She's fine. Yeah, like, go on your way.
Uh-huh.
I don't have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior. Goodbye," right?
Yeah.
So the police were like, "Cool, sounds like everything's fine."
Yeah. Seems legit.
Yeah, and they left.
Oh god.
More likely, though, there was, like, nothing that they could do without a reason or a warrant.
Yeah.
So they had to leave.
Yeah, I'm
But
sure.
how frustrating is that for them to just be like, "All right, cool, deuces."
Yeah. Like, do you know where she's at? We'd like to talk to you.
Yeah, like, I want to talk to her. Can I talk to her?
You
if
were the
she's in
last
apartment?
person we all saw with
Yeah.
her. Mhm.
Weird.
Super weird.
So Olga was obviously pretty upset about the police not being able to do anything,
Mm-hmm.
and she called them again. And so they ended up going back the next day, and they forced their way into the apartment.
Okay, good.
And in the apartment,
Oh.
Blake had barricaded himself in a bedroom with a mattress against the door and Ayana's nude, mutilated body inside.
No.
Yeah.
Was she dead?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
She's a mommy.
She's barely a mom. Like, she's just had a baby.
Oh, that poor
She didn't even get to
baby.
experience, like, fucking the downs
What
of
a
momhood.
dick.
Yeah. So police did a full search of the home and realized that Ayana had been brutally tortured and killed.
Oh my god. This asshole.
Yeah. In the guest room, they found bloodstains on a white headboard. They found clumps of dark hair in a razor in the bathroom.
Ugh.
Yeah. And Ayana had long dark hair. In the dumpster outside the apartment, police found Ayana's right ear.
What?
Yeah. It gets fucking weird.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a Stacy story.
Oh.
But
I'm
it's Erin telling it.
intrigued.
So obviously they arrested him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
And an autopsy revealed that Ayana had undergone a brutal torture, like I said.
That's so sad.
Her eyebrow had been removed.
Uh.
Her facial bones and muscles had been exposed.
Ugh. Like he
This-
skinned her?
Parts of her face had been torn off.
How?
Torn off.
How do you tear?
Okay. I don't know. Like, physically or, like, mentally, how do you do that?
Like physically, does skin tear?
it's like peeling an orange.
Stop it.
So her body had also at some point been submerged in water.
Oh.
And I'm not sure if that was in an attempt to drown her or if it was after her death, but they were able to tell that she had been
In water.
submerged. Yeah. All of her organs had been drained of blood.
What?
Yeah. She had lived for at least 8 hours through this torture,
Oh my god.
and she died of blood loss.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Do they know what happened first? Like what he did first? Like
Um,
what she survived?
She definitely survived this head wound that I'm going to tell you about.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah.
What about her eyebrow and her face?
That,
Don't know.
I think that came after the head wound, but I'm not 1,000% positive if she was like alive or conscious for
Oh
it.
my god, okay.
So this is an excerpt from the coroner's transcripts.
Okay.
Cassian's, that's Ayana, her last name.
Okay.
Cassian's entire scalp was traumatically absent and was not found.
Okay.
It was not present with the body.
Probably in the dumpster next to the ear.
Yeah, right. Her skull had been stripped down to the surface of the bone.
Oh my god.
There was no scalp present except for little bits on the back of the neck. Portions on the right side of her face were torn away, including the right ear and part of the posterior face on the right side,
I'm gonna throw up.
all the way down to the jawline.
Why?
There were quite a number of bruises and abrasions on the face, primarily on the left side, the left cheek.
Well, that's all that was left.
the left jaw area. Yeah, it's the only part
To
with
have a
fucking
fucking
flesh.
bruise on, yeah.
A number of bruises and abrasions, including one which turned out to be a human bite mark.
On her face?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
She had lived for at least 8 hours approximately after receiving the scalp injury and the bruise to the collarbone.
Oh my god.
I have never seen this before, and I doubt if hardly any forensic pathologists in this country or abroad have even seen this outside of perhaps wartime, so it's extremely rare.
Oh my
What
god.
the fuck?
Is it because he wrote that fucking book?
So
So he was like trying to get to her brain or some shit?
yeah.
Why? What happened?
I'll get into it a little bit later, but they're
Okay.
saying that that book that he wrote was essentially a blueprint of this murder.
Oh, that's fucking weird. Oh my
Yeah.
god, this poor woman.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you think of something like that and then like do it and like
Be
are
okay with
able to
that?
do it? Yeah.
Yeah. I have no fucking idea.
Oh. I can't even cut away the skin on a chicken breast without cringing.
Yeah. Ew, that
Oh my
stuff freaks me out. Or like the
God.
fat. Ooh.
Yeah, when it's like stuck on there with that like membrane.
Yeah. Ugh.
Okay, I'll stop comparing.
Yeah, someone's fucking making dinner right now. Like, fuck you.
Damn it.
Don't want to eat this now. Guess I'm vegetarian. So, according to the prosecution, Blake had used a paring knife, a razor, and his bare hands to rip
Ugh.
pieces of her scalp.
What the fuck?
Also, there was bleeding evident inside her head wound, suggesting that she was alive when she was scalped.
Oh.
And she had defensive wounds on her hands.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah. The prosecution said that Blake's motivation was jealousy and anger. Apparently, he was jealous of the attention she was giving to their newborn baby.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
He sounds like a dime piece.
Yeah. So, you better be careful with Blake.
He survived baby number 1. I'm sure he can survive baby number
Yeah.
2.
And you're less, what am I thinking of? Like Velcro to this baby.
Oh, I was like,
What are you trying to say, bitch?
yeah, you're less pretty this time around.
He's not going to be that concerned.
You're not as pretty as her.
There was actually something to be jealous of. That's fucked up. I
It
didn't say
is.
any of that.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
Anyway, so apparently his graphic novel that he wrote also includes depictions of bloodletting. Which, remember,
those
all
organs.
Of her, yeah, all of her organs are found without
Bloodletting.
bloodletting. They think that he was copying pretty closely what the book depicted and that, like I said, it was a blueprint to his murder.
Uh-huh. Weirdo.
His defense in court was that on the trash bags in the dumpster outside where bits of Ayanna were found,
Uh-huh.
the DNA extracted from the drawstrings wasn't a match to Blake, but instead it was to an unknown male.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if you remember some of my other cases where fucking DNA letters just dropped.
Yes.
I feel like this is a case of some missing DNA letters because there's no fucking way, right?
Well, and also, like, could it be contaminated? It got thrown into a garbage.
Yeah, it could have. Or like a
Dumpster.
homeless person could have like dug
Rummaged
around and been
through.
like, hey, are there cans in here?
Yeah.
Like when I lived in an apartment and I had dumpsters, homeless people were in them all the time to try and get cans.
I don't even live in an apartment, and I don't even have dumpsters. I just have trash cans on the front street, and homeless people rummage through them all the time.
Yeah, so
They're very respectful, though. They put everything back.
that is very nice.
They just get the aluminum cans out.
Yeah, you should put the cans to the side for them.
I should, but that's a lot of work.
Yeah. Also, I thought that this was kind of funny, but the prosecutor was like, how do you explain all this evidence against him if he didn't do it? She said, reasonable doubt is the standard in this case. The key word is reasonable. It's possible that a spaceship came down and landed inside this apartment and
I'm
some
sorry.
Martians committed this crime.
Stop it.
Yeah, it's possible. But is it reasonable? No. And I laughed because I was like, that's silly.
That is
She's
really
been
silly.
waiting to use that line.
Yeah. She's like, I'm gonna be sarcastic as fuck right now.
Yeah.
I like her.
Yeah, I did too. Granted, she probably says that at every case.
Yeah.
But if I was in the jury, I would have been like, huh?
We both did the same laugh at the same time.
Yeah. It's
God
like
damn it.
when the teacher makes a joke and you're like, huh?
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Teach.
So Blake was convicted of first-degree murder and aggravated mayhem and torture.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
My case has mayhem also.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, that's weird.
that's fun. Anyway, this case is considered one of LA's worst and most horrific murders.
Holy shit.
Also, a bit of happy news to end it on.
Mm-hmm.
The baby was a little girl, and she now lives with Olga in Ukraine. And
Aw.
Olga filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Blake and won, and they were awarded $41.6 million.
God damn. Do they actually get that money, though?
Yeah, their like estate does or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Or the little girl will, because it's her mom that
Where did they get it from, though? Because, like, Blake doesn't have $41 million, right?
his parents do.
Oh, trust fund baby.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
I was like, it sounds like a nice number, but what are you really getting, like $50 a month?
I know, right? I don't care. Anything, I would be like, hell yeah, fuck this guy, right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, goddamn.
goddamn.
Oh, shit. How long did he get? Was it life? Did you write that?
You know, I didn't, but I assume it was life. That's weird.
Yeah, I would also. I only asked because the case I'm about to tell you, they created, like, because of it, they created a bill that if there is mayhem and torture involved, that it's a minimum of 25 years to life.
Oh.
Because the person didn't originally get that in the case I'm about to tell you.
Ooh.
So, how funny would it have
Mayhem
been?
and torture, 25 years?
Yeah.
He got less than that? Originally?
Yeah, yeah.
I guess you're going to have
yeah,
to tell
I'm
me
gonna
your
tell
story.
you. I'm gonna tell you. But I was like, how interesting would it be if, like, our stories tied together?
Yeah, right?
Like, if that bill got implemented in your story.
Yeah. Well, what year was your case?
In the 70s.
Oh, well, fucking probably then.
I know, right? Okay. Well, on that note, let me tell you about my case.
All right.
Should we address the fact that I'm breastfeeding and telling a goddamn murder story right now?
I feel like we have to.
All right, let's do this. Hey, everybody.
Hi, everyone. We're back after the break that you won't even notice.
That you had no idea we took, but my baby started crying, so I'm going to feed him and tell a murder story.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll turn out fine.
Yeah. No,
He
it's
has
fine.
no idea what we're talking about yet.
I still listen to murder podcasts with my kid in the car, and he's like,
Oh, do you?
yeah. He's like, Mama, torture? I'm like, no. I'm just kidding. He doesn't say that.
It's like, that's my first word.
Yeah.
I always turn that shit off whenever my kid's around.
If it gets bad, I will. Like, if they start actually describing the like killings and stuff, I will.
Yeah.
But if they're like, and then he, like, found
Had a
him
bad
and-
childhood.
Yeah, like, brought him to a park, and that's where he did it, then I'm like, he doesn't know what they're doing.
Okay, my case.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Is about Lawrence Singleton.
Ooh.
I should mention, I actually know this case, and I think you do too.
Oh.
I remember hearing about it when I was a wee little child.
Like a literal child, or like new in the world of murder?
No, like a little child. Like
Oh.
this is it's from the 70s, and I remember
Okay.
hearing about it, and it fucking terrified me.
Ooh.
I was like, what the fuck? Someone did that? So I'm sure you're going to know it, but I never knew the full story. So
All right.
here we go.
I'm ready. Let's introduce your child to it.
Okay, yeah. Come on, baby. It's time. It's
Yeah.
time. It's about time you pulled your weight around here and you started listening to some fucking murder.
Yeah, what are you, 2 weeks old?
At least
God,
2 weeks old.
Grow a pair.
Gosh. Okay, so September 29th, 1978. 15-year-old Mary Vincent was a hitchhiker.
Fucking hitchhikers, man.
15 years old.
I don't know how you find these cases. You just search for fucking teenage hitchhiker.
I know, right? In the
Murder.
70s.
Yeah.
It's super easy to find. Evidently, a lot of them happened. Okay, so Mary Vincent, 15 years old, hitchhiking along California's highway. One of them.
Mhm.
I don't know which one.
All
And
of them.
She was with some other, like, hitchhiking friends. I don't know if they were friends or if they were just along for the ride and there was just, like, a bus stop of hitchhikers. But there's a group of people there, right?
All right.
And Mary was looking for a ride to her grandfather's house in Los Angeles,
Okay.
LA, in California.
The United States?
Not Louisiana. So eventually, this blue van pulls up and asks Mary where is she headed. And she explains that she's looking for a ride to LA. And the man driving the van was Lawrence Singleton,
Uh-huh.
who was in his early 50s. And he's like, okay, it's a little bit out of my way, but let me take you there.
Okay.
And all of Mary's little hitchhiker friends were like, this guy looks shady as fuck.
Yeah.
And he specifically only says he has room for you.
Oh.
I don't
in your
know.
van?
Yeah, I don't know that I would go riding with him. And Mary was like, don't worry, guys, I've got this. I can take care of myself. Don't worry about me. And she hops in the van.
Okay.
And so Lawrence and Mary start heading towards LA. And along the way, Lawrence is like, hey, I just need to make a quick pit stop in San Francisco, where I live, because I need to pick up some of my laundry.
Okay.
And Mary's like, that's a little weird, but okay. And so they stop, and she even helps him, like, load up his clothes into the van.
Uh-huh.
But nothing shady happens.
Yeah.
They get back into the van, and they continue the long trip to LA. And along the way, this is really weird. Lawrence filled up a milk jug full of alcohol, or he already had a milk jug full of alcohol. Either way, there was a milk jug with alcohol.
They just think he's drinking milk.
Yeah. Straight from the jug.
Fucking
warm.
got him.
Gross.
Why is it curdled?
It's like cottage cheese or buttermilk.
Ew.
Super.
I hope he rinsed it out really well.
Probably not.
Doesn't sound like that kind of guy.
He's like an old man. You know, like grandpas are okay with like reusing the same cup for everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like grandpa, you can't put your coffee in that. You just had Gatorade in it.
My dad, I would have milk and then be like, okay, I would like water. And my dad would just then pour water into the cup. And I'm like, this water is white.
Yeah, that's gross.
And he's like, well, you don't want to waste it. He didn't want to waste water to rinse out the cup.
Oh my God. That's why they do it.
Yeah. And I was like, that's fucking disgusting. You're going to waste all this water because I'm not going to drink it.
Oh, yeah. You wasted even more.
Yeah.
Oh, gross. Maybe that's what he was doing. He was just trying to rinse out the jug with
alcohol.
Yeah. Whatever the fuck he's drinking. Okay,
I wonder
so
what kind of alcohol it was.
I don't know. It didn't specify.
He's like putting brown liquor in it, and they're like, that is a white, like, that's milk. You're not fooling anyone, sir.
Yeah, but you know how sometimes milk jugs are colored white?
Yeah. I feel like you'd still be able to tell if there was dark liquid in it, though.
Probably.
Like vodka you could get away with.
Did you piss in that?
That's unhealthy.
That is sketchy. If you're a truck driver and you come across a milk jug that is tan, colored on the inside, that's not booze.
It could be, apparently.
Evidently. Not that he was a truck driver, because he was driving a van. He was a van driver.
Yeah. You know.
All right. So he starts taking swigs of alcohol from this, like, milk jug, right? While he's driving.
Safe.
Mind you. In the 70s.
Yeah.
And eventually Mary, you know, it's a long ride, so eventually Mary dozes off and falls asleep. And when she wakes up sometime later, it's clear to her that Lawrence was not actually taking the agreed upon route and that he had missed one of the main exits to go to fucking LA where they were planning on going.
Uh-oh.
And so she gets pissed with him and she's like, yo, turn this fucking van around. You're going the wrong way. And what the fuck is up with that shit, right?
Yeah. Which I would like to point out, that's a very fucking aware 15-year-old, because even now, if I fell asleep and then woke up, like, I don't know, on the way to Arizona and I just saw a fucking desert around me, I'd be like, crazy, right?
We're going the right direction.
Yeah.
I think it was like it wasn't so much that he missed an exit or something. I think it was more, because there was a couple different articles. I think it's that he was going literally the wrong way, like, oh, we should be heading west and we're going east, or, you know, something like that. Like,
See, I don't think I would be very aware of that. Maybe if I was in a hitchhiker's van, I probably would be.
Yeah, maybe you were more aware of yourself, and plus you didn't have like GPS.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you had
too.
to know how to get there.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
I don't know though. Maybe not. Okay, so Mary was a lot smarter than us, and she realized
That's good.
that they were
At
going in the wrong
15.
direction. I know.
That's
Not
impressive.
Not hard to do, evidently. So she's like, yo, turn around. And Lawrence was like, oh, my bad. Like, it's an honest mistake. I didn't mean to take the wrong exit or go the wrong way. I just got a little lost. Let me try to turn the car around.
Yeah.
And so they start going in the right direction. And Lawrence is like, yo, I got to take a leak. I like how I'm like, yo.
That's probably how he sounded.
70s. And like a 50-year-old man probably didn't say that. But he's like, I got to go pee. So we have to pull over.
Yeah. I'm going to pee into this other milk jug. Don't worry, I keep them separate.
I'll label it. No, he just went pee on the side of the road.
All right.
So he gets out to go take a leak, and Mary gets out of the car to stretch her legs. And as she steps out, she noticed that her shoelace is untied.
Uh-oh.
And so she bends over to tie it. And while she's bent over, Lawrence snuck up behind Mary and struck her over the head with a fucking hammer
Jesus.
and knocked her out.
Holy shit.
He was up to no good.
Well, fucking yeah.
We knew it all along, guys.
Yeah.
So then he takes her body into the back of the van, where he ties her hands behind her back and he brutally rapes and sodomizes her.
Fuck that.
I know.
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
know if she was awake for it or what. She
Oh.
had to have, well, I guess she doesn't have to have been. I was going to say she had to have been to know she was sodomized, but no.
You could wake up and walk around and be like, uh-oh.
Something happened.
Yeah.
Um,
That's different.
Oh my God, this poor chick. So then he moves the van deep into a nearby canyon to get like a little more privacy. And he cuts the ties on her hands and he forces her to drink the milk jug of alcohol.
Oh my God.
And Lawrence told her that she would live as long as she cooperates. And so she like drinks the alcohol and everything and goes along with shit as much as you can, right? And she eventually passes out from the alcohol.
Okay.
Lawrence quickly realized that Mary would be able to easily identify him. and decided that she can't live, and so he has to kill her in order to protect his identity.
Yeah. Is this the one where he cuts off her arms?
I think it is.
Oh, God. Okay.
Okay, so you're literally right there.
I was
This
like
is the
waiting
part.
for it. This is the only part.
This is the part. So you know this one, right? It's a
This-
famous one.
Yeah, it's the only part that I've ever heard.
I
I was
know.
going to do it at one point, too.
I know, me too. Okay. So sorry, everybody, if you've heard this, but I didn't know the whole fucking story, so we're going to talk about it.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
So when Mary wakes up after being passed out from the alcohol, he pulls her out of the car, lays her on the side of the road, pulled out a fucking hatchet,
Uh-huh.
and began to chop away at her arms while she was awake. The entire time that he's doing this, she's fully conscious. She's like awake and everything, screaming, obviously.
How?
And he only stopped once both of her arms were fully removed from her body.
That's so fucked up.
Oh
Holy
my God.
shit.
Oh my God. Why? Why would that be the way that you kill someone?
That's not a good way to kill someone.
No, terrible idea. So then he either took Mary or pushed her body down the canyon, and he stuffed her, or she ended up in a pipe down at the bottom of this canyon. One
Okay.
article says he took her down there and stuffed her in there. Another one says he just shoved her off the cliff.
Yeah.
Either way, she ends up at the bottom of this canyon,
Holy shit.
and he leaves her there to die, to like bleed out to death.
Where did he put her arms?
I have no idea. Nothing ever explained where the fuck her arms went. No, like, recovery of the arms.
Yeah. Like, he didn't throw them down the canyon, too?
Yeah,
Or, like,
I don't know. But
like, were they up on the road where he did this?
did
Like,
you just leave them there? There's
Yeah.
gonna be a lot of blood.
someone would be like, whoa, are those arms?
That
I
can't
would
be a
say.
good sign.
Yeah.
Wonder where the body is.
Yeah. Oh.
So while Mary is laying down at the bottom of this canyon, she obviously passes out from blood loss.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, she doesn't die, and she eventually comes to.
Oh, my God.
When she woke up, she was nude and she was covered in all of her own blood. And she knew that if she didn't like try to get up and move, that she was going to die there. Even
Yeah.
though she felt like shit and was like, I just want to die here.
Yeah, she probably has a fucking hangover, too.
I did not even consider that.
She's like, I don't feel good.
I want water or Gatorade.
Yeah.
Also, where the fuck are my arms?
Oh, my God, dude. Blood loss and a hangover.
Sound awful.
And this girl was 15.
I'm sure if your arms are chopped off, the least of your worries is a hangover.
You probably
Like,
have a really bad headache from all
either
the
way.
blood loss.
Yeah. Yeah, it has nothing to do with your hangover.
Yeah.
And she's 15, exactly.
That's fucking insane.
So somehow she manages to get up,
Ugh.
and she rubbed her severed arms in the dirt in an attempt to like staunch the blood loss.
Uh-huh.
And then she climbs out of this ravine with no fucking arms and starts walking down the street with what's left of her arms raised in the air to help try to stop the blood flow and to keep like her muscles and shit from falling out of her arms.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's awful.
Holy shit.
So she's walking around along this road, right? And she's looking for help. And a car comes by and it has these two guys in it. And they take one look at Mary and they were terrified. And so they
Fucking-
just
yeah.
drove off.
I'm sorry, but I would too.
I wouldn't. I mean, I'm a helper though.
You are a helper. I'd
You're
be like, uh-oh. I'd probably call someone.
Yeah, hopefully. But you don't have a cell phone because it's the 70s.
I'd get somewhere and be like, there was a chick with no arms back there? And they'd be like,
That was
No.
like 30 minutes ago.
you're crazy.
Oh my God.
That's a ghost.
Yeah. So she's still staggering along the road, and another car shows up. And this car had two women in it who were lost. So it's a goddamn Christmas miracle that they even found her because they weren't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And they took one look at Mary and they jumped out of the car and they wrapped her up in towels and they took her to the nearest airport, which must have been like the nearest.
Thing.
Yeah. So, and they were able to like call for medical help. And evidently, when they found her, all Mary was able to say was that he raped me. Like, she couldn't explain anything. She was like fucking out of it from blood loss and
Yeah,
shit.
she's probably in shock.
Yeah, all she said was he raped me. And they were like, oh, fuck, let's save this.
You know
chick."
your arms are gone, right? Know what else he did?
He took those.
He took your fucking arms.
He's a fucking dick. So,
What the fuck?
I know. A hatchet.
Ugh.
And he thought, this will kill her. Like, why?
Yeah, why?
I
mean,
don't get it.
I'm glad that she's alive,
Yes.
but why wouldn't you cut off her head?
Or something, right? If that's your plan.
Or like attempt to.
like, you're fucking a sadistic ass dickwad,
Yeah.
mister.
Yeah, Mr. Dickwad.
Lawrence. All right, so Mary obviously receives medical attention, which included having to remove a portion of her leg to put into her arms in order to save what was left of them. Isn't that interesting?
Yes.
So, anyway, the police eventually interview Mary in the hospital, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, here's a detailed fucking description of this asswad. And they come up with a composite sketch and release it to the public. Immediately, Lawrence was identified by one of his neighbors.
Oh.
They recognized him in the sketch, and they were like, I know this guy.
And his fucking van.
Yep. Everything about him.
Yeah.
So Lawrence was tried, and Mary faced him in court to give her testimony of the attack and make sure that he got put away, right?
Yeah.
He was sentenced to only 14 years in prison.
What? Because she didn't die?
Exactly. So this is what we were talking about earlier, where I was like, oh, my case enacted this bill or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
It's because of this, because he only got 14 years in prison. That was the maximum the judge was allowed to give.
He
Tried to fucking kill her.
He killed her.
Yeah.
He would have
Left
killed
her
her
for dead.
He left her for dead. In his mind, he killed her.
I know.
So
What the fuck?
that in itself should be a life sentence, or like that's fucking murder.
Attempted murder, right?
Not even just attempted. Like that's murder.
Yeah.
You murdered a person.
You planned this shit.
You believed in your whole heart that you murdered a person.
Yes, you thought you left her there and she was dead.
Yeah. Whether or not she lived, it's still fucking murder.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I agree. And the judge had said that like he or she, I don't know what the fuck she was.
It was the 70s.
Yeah,
It was a dude.
probably. So he said that he wished that he could put Lawrence away for the rest of his natural life, but that it wasn't within his power. So I can only give him the max of 14 years.
That's fucking insane.
Right? He was charged with kidnapping, mayhem, attempted murder, and forcible rape, sodomy, and forced oral copulation.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's a lot of things to only get 14 years.
Yeah.
Maybe 14 years for one of them,
Each.
like kidnapping.
Yeah.
So while in court, Lawrence whispered to Mary, I don't know how or why or if this is true, because how the fuck do you whisper something to someone in court, and you should never be that close to
You
your
should
fucking
never be that
attempted
close.
murderer. Yeah.
Yeah.
But supposedly he whispered, I'll finish this job if it takes me the rest of my life. Fuck you, Lawrence.
Fuck you, so will she.
Yeah. Right? Obviously, Mary and the public were like outraged at the short sentence,
Yeah.
but Mary did her best to like go on and live her life despite all of that.
Yeah.
She had prosthetic hooks to replace her missing arms and hands, which is how we all know her, right? Like
Yeah.
this whole case is like the lady who had her arms chopped off and has like hooks for hands now.
Yeah.
She faced many physical and emotional challenges, as you could imagine.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, she had trouble maintaining a relationship and she couldn't get a job. She had a passion for dance at one time, but she couldn't dance anymore because that surgery to remove shit from her
Oh.
legs. So she was unable to do that or perform like she would before her attack. And she was like obviously constantly reminded of the attack every day when she had to use these hooks.
Yeah, on account of she doesn't have fucking arms.
Exactly. So here's the kicker. Lawrence only ended up serving 8 years of his 14-year sentence, and he was released on good fucking behavior.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he was like a model prisoner
What
citizen.
the fuck?
I don't know what I was going for there. But yeah, so he got released at 8 years.
And then she killed him.
Hold up.
Okay.
Even though his psychiatrist stated that Lawrence was so out of touch with his hostility and anger that he continued to remain a threat to others' safety inside and outside of the prison. And
So
they
his
still-
psychologist was like, don't fucking let him out.
This isn't safe.
and they were like,
still
it's
did it.
cool. It's been 8 years.
Yeah, he's fine.
He
He's
learned his lesson.
Even though we don't rehabilitate people in these things, he's
No.
been saved. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So everywhere Lawrence tries to move to after his release from prison, he would be like run out of the town because people
Nobody
were,
wants this guy here.
Yeah, people were like, not fucking cool. I'm not selling you this place. You're not renting here. Get the fuck out, right?
Yeah.
We know what you're capable of doing to children. Because she was fucking 15 when
Yeah,
this happened.
she was a child.
Yeah. So eventually, he was permitted to live on the grounds of San Quentin, like the prison,
Oh,
in a trailer. So he like lived on prison grounds, but he wasn't in prison.
okay.
Very interesting, right?
Yeah.
And then after a few years, he was able to move back to his home state of Florida, where he was convicted twice of theft and served 60-day sentence. So
Okay.
here we are in Florida, right?
Mhm.
Guy's acting up again. On February 19th, 1997, in Tampa, Florida, there was this house painter. I don't know whose house he was painting, but he called the police because he had witnessed, through a fucking window, a nude man covered in blood repeatedly stabbing a woman who lay motionless on the couch.
What the fuck?
The painter claimed on the 911 call that he could hear bones crunching with each stab the man inflicted to the woman.
Was this in the house that he was in? Or like, was he looking out the window that he was painting?
He must have been painting this house Which, why are you going to murder someone if you're having your house painted? You have to be close enough to hear this, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't hear that across the street looking into someone else's living room or something.
Maybe the acoustics were impeccable.
It was a cul-de-sac.
Yeah, I don't know, but he could hear bones crunching.
That's fucking insane.
So the man doing the stabbing was obviously Lawrence Singleton,
Uh-huh.
and the victim was 31-year-old Roxanne Hayes.
Roxanne.
Get it? Well, how appropriate, because Roxanne was a mother of 3, and she was struggling to make ends meet, and as a result, she was hooking on the side.
Oh, she was a toot.
I don't know. Yeah, she was a toot. I don't know how to say that nicely.
Yeah. She was making it work.
She was working it, ladies.
Yeah.
And so I guess her and Lawrence had met up and they agreed that for $20 they were going to do some things
Yeah.
and exchange some sexual favors. And so that's what they were doing. So Lawrence claims that while the two were rendezvousing, Roxanne attempted to take more than $20 from his wallet, and so a struggle ensued. And somehow he claims that she had the knife originally, and while he was trying to get the knife from her, she somehow wound up getting stabbed multiple times.
Oh,
It was an accident.
somehow.
Obviously, he was lying.
Yeah.
Because the painter had seen him clearly stabbing her,
Yeah.
and it wasn't an accident that she got stabbed. Also, she was, like, unconscious, so how could there be a struggle?
Yeah.
After the incident, Lawrence attempted to commit suicide, but he was unsuccessful because he knew, like, oh, fuck, I'm going back to prison.
Yeah.
Roxanne was not as fortunate as Mary, and she died from her injuries.
Oh, no.
And for Lawrence's second trial, Mary heard about it, and she flew in from California to Florida to testify on behalf of Roxanne
Yeah.
to help make sure that this guy would never be released to the public again.
Yeah.
And she argued in court that he had raped her, chopped off her arms, and left her for dead. He had attempted to murder her, and he did murder Roxanne, and he should be punished rightfully so. Like, she shouldn't even have to come back and say that. That should have been in the first trial.
No.
He should have never had this chance to,
He should have never had this chance. He
Yeah.
should have never had this chance 8 years later. He should have at least
served her his full sentence.
Yeah, give him the full sentence if that's all you can give him.
Right? So, because of her testimony, Lawrence was given the death sentence on April 14th, 1998.
Thank God.
Yes. So, he showed no emotion or remorse when his sentence was handed down because he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Mary also helped to enact a new law, which I was talking about, which is called the Singleton's Bill, which prevents the early release of anyone who commits a crime in which torture is involved, and it carries a minimum sentence of 25 years to life.
Good. So
Yeah.
they can at least charge them for life if they feel that's
Exactly, instead of
necessary.
like 14 years.
Maximum.
Yeah. So on December 28th, 2001, while Lawrence was awaiting his death on death row, he died at the age of 74 from fucking cancer.
Ugh.
There's also this theory that these two women were not Lawrence's only victims and that he could have potentially committed as many as a dozen other murders.
Holy shit.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Oh my God. Yeah, I guess. I mean, you don't necessarily know.
Yeah, he's not
If
going to
he-
admit to them.
Got away with them. Yeah.
Okay, so another article I was reading, I didn't write all this shit down, but another article I was reading said that while he was waiting in prison, he tried to sue Mary for like slander or some shit, saying
You
that
cut her fucking arms off.
I know. He said that she attacked him first and he attempted to rape her or some shit. Like he was like turning the story around.
Oh my God.
Obviously, he never got his day in court because that's just like a bullshit story.
Yeah,
and
you're
he's-
just a crazy person.
Yeah, he's a total asswad. But the fucking nerve, this poor woman like had to deal with this crazy ass guy.
Yeah. Well, not only did she have to go through that and her whole life is different now, but for him to be like, no.
Yeah.
You're the one that's making up stuff.
That
Like,
was my
what?
self-defense. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, Lawrence.
Also, you're a 50-something-year-old man. Are
Against
you
the
telling
15-year-old?
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're telling me you couldn't fight off a 15-year-old that might have been attacking you? Like,
Yeah.
you don't come off looking like a fucking hero here.
Yeah, get out of here with that. Everyone knew he was fucking crazy, though.
Yeah.
Also, Mary had like kind of disappeared because this happened in like the 70s, right?
Yeah.
She kind of disappeared on purpose because she didn't want to be found by him.
Yeah.
And I guess she started doing like public speaking events. And during one of her first ones, a high schooler, a little asshole, heckled her and said something like she deserved it or something. And it like super fucked her up. And so then she kind of went into hiding again.
Oh my God.
And then now she gets like sponsors and shit and gets donations for like charities that support like attack on sexual assaults and
Wow.
things like that. Yeah. But my favorite thing is she no longer will refer to Lawrence by his name. She just calls him her attacker.
Good. He
Yeah.
doesn't deserve a name. Fuck that guy.
Agreed.
Oh my god.
Anyway, isn't that crazy? Did you know the whole story?
I didn't know that whole
didn't
story. The only reason that I guessed that it might have been the arm thing
Mhm.
was because you said with the sodomy, well, I guess she had to have been conscious
Ah,
to
so
tell
you knew
us. And
that
so I
she
was like, oh,
lived.
she lived.
Yeah.
And then the rest, and I was like, why would she be telling me this story if she lived? And then it would spark that one, and I was like, oh,
That's
fuck,
the
is
only
it this
story
one?
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about it as a child, like hearing that she crawled out with her bloody arms and like was walking along the road until somebody came and like the first people didn't help her. And
Yeah.
I was horrified.
That the first people didn't help her?
Yes, I was horrified by that and that she survived it and everything. And I was like, oh my God, that's terrifying.
Yeah. Listen, maybe in the 70s it would have been different, but if I was driving along and I saw a lady with bloody arms, I would probably think it's like, oh, that's Bloody Mary. Like, that's a ghost.
Who conjured her up?
Yeah, and I wouldn't stop either. I mean, now, though, I have a cell phone, and so I would probably call someone and be like, hey, you might want to get a handle on that. 'Cause
It's a trap.
some shit's going on.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
Yeah. But, ooh, that's fucking scary.
Isn't it?
Thank God those other people stopped, though.
I know.
Thank God there's helpers in the world.
Yes.
Not me.
They're not all full of errands.
Yeah. This world would be not a great place.
It'd be terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well, goddamn.
Yep, there we are again. Full circle.
Full circle.
Speaking of, we actually have a goddamn this week.
Do we?
Yeah.
Oh, it was from the one that corrected our grammar.
Yeah, let me pull it up. Okay, so let's see here. Alana is from Australia. That's why she was asking. Like, is this just an American thing that you guys say drug instead of dragged?
No.
I mean, it kind of is. A lot of Americans say that shit because we don't know fucking words.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Yeah.
like hung instead of hanged.
Exactly.
Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
I said, God damn.
That's perfect.
It was perfect.
I love it. God damn, these make me so happy.
I know. You guys have no idea the joy it brings us.
Thanks, Alana. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we do.
And your accent is fucking beautiful.
It is.
Sorry that we don't know how to speak.
That's true. I hope you can bear with us through all of our other fucking...
I mean, if she's still with us, then.
Yeah. She likes us, right?
Yeah.
You like us, right?
Ooh, my baby's talking.
Oh.
All right, guys. If you want to check out pictures pertaining to our cases, check out our website, isgdpodcast.com.
Yep. That also has a link to our merch and Patreon. And with Patreon, for just an extra $1 a month, you get an extra episode.
That's right, baby. So come join us.
Yeah.
We'll tell you some more shit.
Yeah, we'll tell you some shit that happened. And if you want to email us, it's isgdpodcast@gmail.com.
Send us some suggestions on cases you want us to cover, or send us your goddams.
Yeah, do that. Also, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at ISGD Podcast.
Yes. You guys have been like hitting us up on social media, and we fucking love it.
Yeah, we do. And I've been called out for not sending stickers out, so I'm sorry.
And
I'm
she's gonna send those.
I'm sending them. They'll be in the mail. I'm going to say tomorrow because I have to pack them tonight.
I fully blame Aaron for that.
You should. It's all Aaron's fault. It's my fault.
Oh, man.
All right.
Subscribe, rate, and review
Oh, yeah. do
on
that.
your favorite listening platform. If you don't know how or you can't, then just tell your friends about us so that we get more listeners.
Yeah,
You guys are amazing.
you are. We love you.
So many muchos. Until next week.
Bye.
Bye.